Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great, and welcome to this new video right here on Dogecoin. We're going to do a full update. I just wanted to keep you updated on the current situation on Dogecoin. It's been developing relatively well. There hasn't been a huge amount of momentum. What we did see this morning is that we got some new positioning coming in for Doge USDC. Which you can see right here. That's usually a good sign. If you see the USDC pair pumping, it's a good sign. USDC is usually a sign of Coinbase strength, which is always what you want to see, or the United States buying. But that's I mean, at this point of time, that's not having that much of an effect. It makes me a little bit more bullish medium term, but okay, at this point of time, we're actually seeing a bit of a pullback in the markets, or at least Bitcoin is trying to pull back, and Dogecoin is reacting to that because the momentum, although we have some signs of increased momentum, the momentum is still relatively low, right? If you compare this chart right here to something like BNB, you'll see what real momentum is. But ultimately, I'm still bullish on Dogecoin. What I said in my last video, I think, when we were consolidating right here, is that I still expected some of those imbalances to be filled down here. I still think that's a possibility, but ultimately, I think it's guaranteed that we're moving into the yearly. Well, guaranteed is always a big word, but it looks very likely that we're going to move into that level at 27.5 cents. And then the question is well, all right, if you really zoom in on Dogecoin and then zoom out, what you can see is that we still have some very old imbalances right here at 24 cents and a little bit below that. So that's this green area right here. I think it's unlikely right now in the current market circumstances where there is quite a lot of strength that Dogecoin is going to pull all the way down into that level. I think the only way we can do that is if we see a pretty major pullback here for Bitcoin, which is a possibility, but I think it's unconfirmed, or if we get some bad news. If that happens, I think Dogecoin can still move into 24 cents, and therefore I think you should be prepared for it. But at this point in time, I think it's most likely that we'll find support a little bit higher at 25 cents, continue this consolidation before moving into that level right here at 27.5 and 28 cents, where we obviously have a high time frame resistance level on the yearly rolling VWAP. And to break out above that, we need more volume, all right? We need more momentum, more volume. But momentum is very often seen in leverage and volume. The volume right now is too low. The leverage is developing nicely. The leverage is not where we want it to be, but you also don't want the leverage to increase too quickly, right? Then you'll get a chance at a flush, and then we will definitely drop down into 24 cents, or at least we'll spike down into that. So that's what we want to see. And for that to happen, I mean, honestly, I'm not certain what needs to happen. We could need some sort of a meme coin season. Some meme coins like Floki and Bonk actually were showing good momentum since the weekend. So maybe there's some sort of a start to that. I don't think anything regarding Elon Musk will really help us. Maybe, but for that we are dependent on the US government shutdown being averted. I think it's too late for that, but for that to be solved, maybe some sort of a Dogecoin ETF hype, right? I mean, that's also a possibility because of those new ETF application, because of the new ETF application process. So we're waiting for that. But right now, I think we're very dependent. Like there is strength, right? I am ultimately medium term, I'm bullish on Dogecoin. There is strength, right? I do expect us to rally up higher. But I think short term, because of the current market situation, because of what we're seeing with Bitcoin, and because of those imbalances to the downside, so that, you know, matters more technically, I think it's more likely we'll pull back a little bit here. If it really gets really dark, if it gets dire, then into 24 and 23.5 cents. For now, I'd say the fundamentals are good enough to support to find support at 25 cents before rallying into 27.5 and the area around there. So those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know about Dogecoin for now. If you do have any questions, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.